Welcome to the Georgia Highlands College Math 97 and Math 99 tutorial videos. In this video segment, we'll answer the question, how do you factor a polynomial with a negative common factor using grouping? Well, the first step is the same as when you're just using regular grouping method. We'll group the terms with common factors. We want to keep addition between these factors though. Secondly, we'll factor out the GCF or the negative GCF from each group. Finally, we'll factor out the GCBF or the greatest common binomial factor. And we'll end by checking through multiplication. Let's take a look at an example. We have the example here of xy plus 3x minus 5y minus 15. And let me first point out that there are 4 terms here. So you should be thinking to yourself, I should try factoring by grouping. So we'll group the first 2 terms, xy and positive 3x, because they both have a factor of x in them. Now remember, in our first step, we wanted to keep addition between our groupings. So our second group will consist of negative 5y and negative 15. The second step in this method is to factor the GCF out of each group. So if I come back to the first group, I notice that they both have the factor of x. So that becomes my GCF for that particular group. And when I divide each term by the GCF of x, I'm left with y plus 3. Moving to the second group, I see that they both have a factor of negative 5. So I'm going to factor out the negative GCF. And when I divide each term by negative 5, well, negative 5y divided by negative 5 is positive y. Negative 15 divided by negative 5 is positive 3. So once again, you should see a familiar situation of having a common binomial factor sitting in each of these terms. If I make that my new GCF, I can factor out the common binomial factor of y plus 3, and I'm left over with x minus 5. Y plus 3 times x minus 5 is the factored form of xy plus 3x minus 5y minus 15, but we're going to check it using good old multiplication. So I'm just going to multiply my factored form back out using distribution. Y times x, we like things in alphabetical order in mathematics, so that gives us the term xy. And y times negative 5 yields negative 5y. Moving on to distributing the 3, we multiply 3 by x to get positive 3x, and 3 times negative 5 to give negative 15. Now, as long as we travel the sign with each of the term, addition is commutative. So we can rearrange these terms so that they fall in the same order of our original polynomial. So xy plus 3x, traveling the sign with the term negative 5y and negative 15, gives us the same polynomial that we began with. Therefore, y plus 3 times x minus 5 is the factored form of this polynomial. Thank you for watching this tutorial video. If you have any other questions about how to factor out a negative factor using the grouping method, make sure you contact your Highlands instructor.